So these are some notes for the go of 4.4. The title for these are, we're going to solve a system of equations using substitution. So here we have a couple of examples. Example 1. Solve, and they're going to use these curly Q brackets to indicate that you have two equations that you're working with. So solve the equations x equals 6 and 2x plus 7y equals -2. Substitution means to plug in for. So right here where it says x equals 6, I'm going to plug that in for this x. So I have 2 and I no longer write x. I write the fact that I am given that x is 6. And then I continue the equation as is. My 7y, my -2. And then I'm going to solve this equation as we've been solving all of our equations. So I multiply 2 times 6, get 12 plus 7y equals -2. I am then going to subtract 12 on both sides. It's going to get me 7y equals -14. Divide both sides by 7, which gets me y equals -2. Now, because this is asking for a solution for, basically it's asking for the answer for both an x and the y. And since if I graph these, they give me a point, I write my answer as a point, as x comma y. So 6 comma -2. Example 2. Solve 3x equals -15 and 4x plus 7y equals 18. So in our first example, they told us what x was. In our second example, we're not told what x or y are. However, this equation, I can find out in a fairly straightforward manner what x is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to solve 3x equals -15. Divide both sides by 3, and I get x equals -15. Now I'm going to do exactly what I did up above, which is to substitute x equals -5 into my second equation. So I've got 4 times -5 plus 7y equals 18. Again, the only thing that changed between these two equations is that I put in for x, substituted, the value we know x to have, -5. Simplify, that's -20 plus 7y equals 18. I'm going to add 20 to both sides. Gets me 7y equals 38. I'm going to divide both sides by 7. Now in this case, 38 divided by 7 is not a whole number or an integer. And so I'm actually going to leave it as 38 over 7. And again, we want to write our answer as an ordered pair, as a point, because if I graph these two lines, they would intersect in a point. And so that's how we write them.